tape and you thriving off love. Just imagine what hate would do. I said, hey, fuck what you think. I'm on a wave, I'm in my bag. They call me Shades, aura is red. Fuck up the stage.
Yes. Oh man. I am back in the museum. We're fresh back from Atlanta. Shout out my guy Drummer Boy for the interview down there. But we are right back in the city, and I am cooling. I have one of the leading female voices in Boston right now. You know what I'm saying? She's too humble to say that, so I'm gonna say it for her. But you know, when I say leading female voices, not just in music, but overall artistry too. She blunt, she present. You know what I'm saying? She got the rojo hue on the second pair of her eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, I have Red Shaydez in the museum with us this time. Shaydez.
What's good?
What's up, though? How was the intro? You know what I'm saying?
I love the intro.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Did
never
you like
had
the
an intro
rojo?
like that.
You know what I'm saying? Did you like the
rojo?
rojo?
I actually go by Tia Roja to some of my,
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, talk that shit.
Yeah.
Talk that shit. Okay. So I'm honestly going to start it like this. You know, I honestly heard a secret. I heard a secret.
Uh-oh.
I heard that, you know what I mean, that you actually went to school for media production, but you could tell me, you know what I'm saying, if I'm wrong. I only said media because I wasn't exactly sure what it was. So I said media, but...
Film and video.
Yes. Okay. And I only say that because, you know, everybody makes music, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like, that's cool, you know what I mean? But like, we know there's the artistry, and then, you know, there's actual music business, right? And we know a lot of successful artists and people that just in general, you know, do well, have a story attached to what they're doing. And so how valuable do you see your background in storytelling with your progress?
Oh, it's very valuable. For me, the whole purpose of my brand and Red Shaydez, the Shades part of my name represents the vision and my perspective on things that I do. So the reason why I took up film and video is because I felt like visuals help bring your story to life. It brings it to fruition. And that's why I'm very particular about all my music videos. They're either cinematic or they have some type of conceptual theme to them, because that's how I best express myself in my art. Okay.
And I love that because, like, that's honestly, you know, the museum TV, you know what I'm saying, Boston Red Shaydez. I love that, exhibiting the culture stories, I really love that. I love that. And no lie, like, you're like a very calculated person, though. And, you know, knowing, you know, how calculated you are, you know, you conceptualize, you know what I mean? When I think about the different routes that you honestly could have taken, knowing, you know, how many tools you have on your belt, why rap?
You know what? I've been rapping since I was a little girl, so it wasn't that life chose me. I didn't even choose. I didn't even choose rap, because when I was a little girl. No, seriously, I was a little girl. My dad, he was rapping, and you know, waking up every day, seeing him pursue his dream and doing video shoots and being on TV here and there. I was like, wow. I was like, what's he doing? And you know, just being a little daddy's girl, I wanted to emulate him. So I started trying to take a stab at it. And I didn't really get my feet wet until like my like late teens was when I really started like pursuing it.
Late teens, when we talking high school?
Yeah, like high school, I really started like going full throttle. Like I had my online radio show, which is now called podcasting. I was doing, you know, I was doing the film, the video, anything I could get my hands on to sort of like push my music and my brand out there. And so that's the reason why, like, that I ended up in rap, because my father was doing it, and then I ended up really falling in love with it too.
So what's crazy is, like, you know, not, you know, again, you know, I'm getting more of the story, you know what I'm saying, unfolding the story. So the rap has always been a love. You move forward in life. Oh, I like this film and videography thing. You know what I'm saying? Now you put, you know what I'm saying, peanut butter and jelly together, and now you got a great sandwich, right?
Yes.
So
bars.
You feel me? So like, I just love how you know, again, another story of many things coming together to make one great thing, right? I remember the first time I heard of you was on Little Sabrina, I believe. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Story was crazy, well put together. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Like real dope. And the story you told me about LFOD before was fire.
Yeah.
But,
Shout out to LFOD.
Yeah, that shout out to LFOD. Shout out to my guy Sam. My guy Sam. But nah, so like all right, so from then till now we have Feel the Aura, two different red shades, you know, somebody who's grown, you know what I'm saying? You've evolved. How do you describe your artistry then to now? Like, you know what I mean? Like how like, you know, how can you really tell us, like, you know, there's been growth, you know what I mean? Like how do you feel about you, like, you know, then till now?
Yeah, you know, then I wait until I experience enough life to do my projects anyway, because I want that growth. I don't want to like force anything.
You talked about self-care, right?
Yeah, you know, I like that was on an EP that I did, and that actually was just like catharsis for me. That project, that was like a small project. It had nothing to do with
She got the vocab.
yeah, you know, it was like
talk that shit. Talk that shit.
It was like it's not a part of my trilogy series with the Aura series going on, but like back then, Little Sabrina was off of my debut album called Magnetic Aura, and I feel like Red Shaydez then was somebody who was still coming into her own, still probably afraid to touch on certain topics and be 100% herself. As far as like I was authentic, but there were certain topics where I was like, oh, I don't know if that, you know, coincides with my brand. I don't know if I can say this, how I'll be viewed, all that type of stuff. I was still young. Feel the Aura, all bets were off. Didn't care what anybody said. I was very confident in who I was, who I've become. And I was hitting on topics that I know for a fact a lot of people didn't expect me to touch on this album this time around.
Personal. No, Lana, outside looking in, I could see that. You know what I mean? Because even thinking about the concept of Little Sabrina and the message you were putting out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was, you know, again, it was Red Shades. It was all in pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff that, you know, you felt, you know, comfortable to speak about. Still showed off your abilities as an artist. And now looking at everything that you're doing now, like, you know, it literally matches everything you're saying. So that definitely makes sense. Can you tell me something that, like, you stopped doing that helped you and something that you started doing that helped you along the way?
That's a great question. I think, you know what? I know I started, like, having less disappointments. Like, I stopped expecting certain things from people because I know that they don't understand the bigger picture, and they really didn't have my vision that I had. They, you know, my vision is 2020 and theirs was probably a little foggy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's no knock to anybody, but it was just like a lot of people don't know entrepreneurship, let alone entrepreneurship. You know what I mean? So it's like, no, it is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. It's a lot of what people deem as failures. But for me, you know, success is how you overcome your failures. That's how I look at it, because I need to learn, you know, what I'm doing wrong in order to do it right, in my humble opinion, right? So
respectfully.
So now I don't really like dwell on what didn't happen and what could have happened. I'm worrying about what's in the present, and I embrace change, and that's something that has worked wonders for me.
Respect. I really like that one. What is something I really like that one.
Appreciate it.
What is something that helped you though that you started doing? You started doing, because you stopped doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, you gotta be almost delusionally blind to get through this shit. It's really that crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But what is something that you started doing though that helped?
Well, other than embracing change now, I became more unapologetic. Yeah.
My bad.
No, it's okay.
I didn't catch that.
But that's too. I started embracing change. I started becoming more unapologetic and just like being more free.
Okay. Now that's that. Once you stopped doing that, that started happening. All right, it went hand in hand. All right. That's why it went over my head. No funny. That's what's up. So let's talk about the music real quick. Earlier I mentioned that you're very calculated, and you went from you went from kind of, I guess, filtering somewhat of what you were giving people to the complete unfiltered version of yourself. But why, did you get so personal? Like, was people somewhat, kind of, I guess, pressuring that to come out of you?
No, a lot of times I do music for myself, and then luckily it resonates with the people.
Okay.
But a lot of times,
luckily,
you know what I mean? Because usually,
right.
you can make music for yourself and people like, no, we're not rocking with that, Red. You know what I'm saying? But for me, no, I had no pressure from anybody other than people told me they wanted to hear me talk my shit more. That was it. But other than that, I'm usually really personal in my music because I'm really private online, and like as far as like I'll show you the process and the behind the scenes of things that I'm working on, but I don't let you know every little detail about my life because in my opinion it's nobody's business. But yeah, so I feel like this time around I was like, okay, well I have to give the people something that I haven't given them before, which is all of this. Like I always was personal. I always let them in. I've always had versatility on my projects. So that same project that had Little Sabrina had a song Catch a Vibe. It had a song Serena Williams where I was like ripping people's heads off for no reason. I don't even know what that beat was, just so grimy, but I gave them that same thing but elevated in my opinion.
But nah, it definitely was, again on the outside looking in, a leg up, you know what I'm saying? Definitely an evolved Shades, you know what I'm saying? For sure. What's a record that someone who doesn't know you should listen to off the new project?
Great question. I'd say the introductory song, They Call Me Shades. Because that's an introductory song, and you get to learn a little bit about what I do, some of the business part, and just regular stuff. Like I talk about Blue Hill Ave, I talk about all the different genres I tap into. I think that's a good place to start, and then you go down a rabbit hole.
Hey man, make sure y'all are definitely checking out her videos too, man. You know what I mean? Like nothing but classicos. You know what I mean? Look, damn. Honestly, like that was great. Like, cause that was great. That was great. I rocks with you, pimp. You know what I'm saying? I rocks with you, pimp. I rocks with you.
Appreciate you.
Any shout outs, you know what I'm saying? Where can the people find you?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the city, man. I feel like as a whole, we
growth.
always hit the growth. We always hear about what the city's not doing and what we don't have. And I want to be like one of the first people to talk about what we do have and what I'm proud of. Like I see a lot of talent. We always knew we had talent. That's a given. And I see people out here and that makes me happy. They're pursuing their art. But a lot of things have changed because, I was a student. I'm always a student. But back when I was a student and not in the game how I am now, there's a lot of things that were happening that we didn't have, and it was like, oh damn, how do we maneuver through,
the amount of platforms.
But now there's so much. There's different looks for us to get. There's different ways for people to build now. And I just see, all the podcasting going on, all the publications they're putting artists that typically wouldn't be in it. And, just coverage. Like, I'm just proud of how much we've grown, and we still have to tackle a couple other areas, but I want to celebrate what we are doing right. So shout out to everybody just doing their thing and pushing the culture forward.
Man, thank you for that. That was a great monologue. That was a great monologue. Don't lie. Yo, make sure y'all leaving a like on this video, man. Please, man. Shades is dope, you know what I'm saying? You got to feel her aura, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of the project. That's the campaign. That's what we cooling on, man. That's what we going by. You know what I mean? It's your boy Noble. It's the Museum TV. We are Boston's premier vlog exhibiting the culture stories. Oh, did I mention to leave a like and subscribe to the channel? Please remember to do that. And catch up with Shade. She told you where to keep up. Did you tell him where to keep up with you?
I actually didn't.
No, okay.
Everybody,
okay.
You could follow me at Red Shaydez 1 on every social media platform. And you could check me out on my website, chillingintheshade.com, no G.
Yo, if y'all don't remember that website, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, one more time,
chillingintheshade.com, hey. No G, chillin'.
Rolls right off the tongue. Look, make sure y'all keeping up with us, man. We got more stories on the way.
Call on me, I got the recipe. 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 Yeah. Call on me, I got the recipe. Call on me, I got the recipe. Yeah. Call on me. me, I got the recipe.
Hey, it's Noble, creator of the Museum TV, and I just wanted to thank you for tuning into Boston's premiere vlog. If you liked this video, please leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I'll leave a few other videos around here for you, just so you can see how we're exhibiting the culture stories.